Yeah, here is some consolation to the Obidients, the Obidatis, and the enthusiasts of a new Nigeria. Man, I can feel you guys' pain, man. I know each and every day you watch the news or listen to the radio and read the newspapers. You're pained inside. Some of you are already turning to the other side, trying to blend in, like a chameleon. You know how it is. But no offense, I'm not taking a shot at anybody, but it is what it is. And really, the Obidients, gave a very good fight in the last election that happened. And I think after this election, there are two things that is either going to happen. It's either the Obidients will be buried completely, or they will get more powerful. And really, in the word obedience, we know for most of us who are religious people, especially Christians, if you're a Christian who reads the Bible, you will know the verse of the Bible where he said obedience is better than sacrifice. That will be in Samuel during the war between the Israelites and the Philistine, and where Saul was giving an instruction, but he decided to go his way, to disobey, and then give a sacrifice. And there the word was said, obedience is better than sacrifice. My obedient friends, I must tell you, do not be angry with Nigeria with the way things is. Nigeria is a product of some individuals. Now, the way Nigeria is was created. It was a creation of an individual or group of individuals. So if you want another Nigeria, a better Nigeria, you have to create it. And you really have to understand that you can't blame Nigerians so much, because Nigerians are so used to hard life. Nigerians are so used to bad governance that they are scared of a new one. Because bad governance in Nigeria has been a system that has stretched over decades, from the military era into the democracy. For some of you who are happy that military are taking over in the neighboring African state, don't be so happy. Because first and foremost, you need to get the intention of the military for coming into power before you begin to cheer them on. Because usually anyone who comes into power promises you something better than what is there. But then, whom would you trust? And you know them by their fruits. You know them by their fruits. That's what the Holy Book said. Do we have in Nigerian statistics that can forecast the rate at which people are leaving the country? Despite the high cost, I'll tell you the truth. Why do so many people want to leave the country? If the country is all that we say it is. Why? Because everybody is scared of everybody. Everybody is scared to do business with the next person because they are scared they are going to be conned. Now I'm telling you that for an average Nigerian, 80% of the calls you get from unknown people who want to do business with you is fraud. Many Nigerians will be even scared to go to any site and put in their credit card to buy things. A Nigerian market site, many people will be scared in Nigeria to put their credit card in there. And is this the kind of economy we want to use to compare with the rest of the world, with the likes of Alibaba, Amazon, and the rest of them? Is that how we're going to compete? Well, we don't even trust ourselves. First is a problem of tribe. How can we, as educated as we are in the 21st century, still judge people by their tribe?
even though you know that the same people you're judging by his or her tribe have lived with you all your life. He knows what you know. He eats what you eat. He breathes the same air that you breathe. But man, all of us now did this in Nigeria and we're facing it. The joy of this thing is that gone are the days when you hear that the big men are not facing what we are facing. They are facing it now. And let me tell you, just because somebody is stronger than you are or richer than you are does not mean he does not go through the same issues you go through, the same problems you go through, but on a different scale. We are all going through this in Nigeria and it's not a joke. We are getting to a level in Nigeria where people cannot even express their opinion without being mocked. Look at Burna Boy. Burna Boy is being dragged everywhere now just because he gave his opinion of Afrobeat. And as much as we all love Afrobeat and we vibe to Afrobeat, we know all of us are Afrobeat. Not Burna Boy, not Davido, not Wizkid. All of us are part of Afrobeat. We grew up listening to Afrobeat from the time of the late greats. People like Fela, Benize Obey, Bright Chimezie, the Coke, King Sunny Ade, King Wasiu Ayinde, the Pasumas, the Onyekonwenus, and so many of them. Sonny Okosun and the rest of them. Up until the time of Raskimono, Danny Wilson, Blackie, to the time of Junior and Pretty, to Two-Face, Idibia, Idris Abokarim, Rugged Man, and the rest of the artists, how they are all grown now. But today, we know what Afrobeat has become. And this guy is saying his opinion, really, that Afrobeat is all about the moment. The moment is, there's really no lyrical content. And people are dragging the guy, but the guy is making points now. He's making a lot of points. Right now, what sells in Afrobeat is just for you to go and do a party song, say something funny, and everybody's just jiving to it, all due respect to all artists and their way, but you don't even have to make sense to be a superstar now, to be an artist. You can just rub it all on everybody's face and you are what you are. And people are calling you and paying you money for sure because Nigerians want to see something crazy, something to get their mind off reality. If you are dragging Burna Boy, are you saying the same Afrobeat Burna Boy is talking about is not the same Afrobeat Fela did? And he just made his own opinion about the content, is in the moment, talking about in the moment. And I mean, for me, I don't think that is a lie. Because you saw the songs that people like Fela did, and he talked about that moment. It's like a history. If you do not really know a history of Nigeria, listening to Fela's song tells you the history. When you look at this, is out of envy. Most people who are dragging this dude, because we live in a Nigeria where people are struggling, and people are struggling to maintain a regular lifestyle. But this guy is throwing all the accolades and all the everything efficacy all in their face. Giant chopping life, being with the top-most celebrities anywhere in the world and making millions of dollars as revenue, as income, just enjoying himself. And definitely that will bring envy. Dude, if you didn't expect this, man, you're wrong. People like Davido escape things like this by doling away kind. Davido is very, very generous, and I really like him for that. I think he has a very big heart, and I think if anybody moves Davido the way they have dragged Burna Boy, I think there would have been a serious clash. Yeah, and look at it. Even someone like Wizkid now is like piping low. That guy is one of the smartest. Piping very low and all of that. But this is what Nigeria has become. Nigeria has become almost near a jungle where the strong take it by force and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So it is for us Nigerians to really think through this again without fear or favor. Is this how we are going to continue going? Is it how we are going to live out our life, and some of us will die and our children will take over in this maze? I think
the whole world is rising and they are rising strong. We can't continue to stay down. But then again, I just want to tell the Obidients that they should be proud of themselves for speaking their mind, not by following the crowd, to say something because people are saying it, but actually speaking your mind to say this is what you want, the better way. Not everybody has the ability to do that. Like my boss and mentor, Reverend Leo Konkwa, will say, you have emptied yourself and you have nothing to be ashamed of. But then that does not mean that I have any form of disrespect for the incumbent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. As long as it's there, I'm sure everybody has their past, but the only time we cannot right our wrong is when we are dead. As long as you are alive, the opportunity is before you to right your wrong, to correct your mistakes. For posterity, for glory and true victory.